Hey, sweeties. I wanted to talk about what an authentic woman is, because that's kind of a center that's the central point in trans women politics. I think really is who is authentic, and it's a real point of different identity groups of saying who's an authentic woman. It's a real point of boundaries. Who's included and who's excluded. So on the one hand, you have like radical feminists, or Germaine Greer, definitely, who's saying, that it's all somatic. Anyone somatically female, they can call themselves a woman, and anyone else is a grotesque embarrassment or something. I mean, she's just nasty. But that's San Francisco. Lesbian politics, that's still the order of the day, and that's, it's now okay to have facial hair. You can still call you can still be a woman if you're on testosterone, and you can still come into women's spaces, but that anyone born somatically male, they are not a woman. And then next on this spectrum, we have these women born transsexuals, and which I just talked about, and they're saying we are authentic women, right? We are authentic women, but because we've had our SRS, and not even it's sex-reassignment surgery, so they've had bottom surgery, genital surgery, and if I'm here, they're not saying we are authentic women because we've had the surgery, but it's more like, it's a little bit like the Calvinist kind of idea of divine predestination. If I can go on a tangent, is in divine so a form of Calvinism that I know from Holland, what they said is basically almost everyone's doomed to hell. They're predestined to hell, and you can tell the people who are not predestined to go to hell because by the example they set and how hard they work. But the interesting thing is that they're not saying you get to heaven by working hard. They're saying these people who live these lives are the ones that were chosen for heaven anyway. So everyone's trying to live this perfect example life in order to show that they're part of the chosen people. And that's a little bit the way women transsexuals are operating right now, is they're saying we were genetically born that we had to become women, and the fact that we've done hormones and surgery, that kind of shows it. The fact that we had to do hormones, that proves our authenticity, that we are authentic women. And then finding, so their interpretation of the biology, the biology of the brain is really interesting. They think that there is a gene that makes you transition. So a gene that makes you take hormones and get surgery, that you can't live otherwise, and and that's their whole birth defect kind of idea. It's like, and if you didn't have this burning impulse transition, well, you're just a crossdresser, you're just a pervert. So they get to claim authenticity, which is really interesting. Is why do they get to define what an authentic woman is? Aren't there other people who also have a stake in what an authentic woman is? Including the somatically female. I think they get some say in determining what an authentic woman is. And then their denial of the cross-dressers and the transgenders' authenticity. It's like, who are they to say that? Who gets to decide what's authentic? Okay, so and then next we have a lot of people who are reading Julia Serrano. It's people who identify as transgender, but they're kind of asserting transsexual rights at the expense of cross-dressers like me. You know, and then they come with this word, Transwoman, and they're really mad at me for saying that, you know, I'm claiming the word woman as well. I'm claiming authenticity. And they're just like, you can't claim to be a woman if you have a beard. You know, that's you know, their definition of who gets authenticity. And you know, so they're drawing this line. You know, with somebody like me, you know, it's like, no, you're not really, you know, well, we're really women. You know, we have penises, but, you know, we're really women because we pass, basically. We try to pass because we, you know, have taken these hormones and we dress in, you know, often stereotypically feminine ways. So, you know, in a way, it's also a little this divine predestination, that they were born with a biological condition also that made them transition.